Your feet touch down on the leafy floor of this immense cylindrical chamber. You've made it to the center of the mile-wide dome in the growth. Behind you is a tangled wall of branches that separates you from the 50-foot-tall rock golems who have been trying to bash their way into this chamber. Every so often, the ground shakes with the reverberations of one of their mighty swings. The space in front of you is lit with the dim light of glowing flowers that cover the walls and ground. Scattered around this chamber are trees whose trunks extend up hundreds of feet to the top of the dome, giving this space the appearance of a sparse indoor forest. It's been almost 8 hours since Daughter Ash gave you the pendant that led you here, and you're tired, you're sore, and you're positive that whatever has been causing this disturbance is somewhere in this room. What do you do?
Jasmine, upon hearing the music ever so clearly now, just has tears streaming down her face, and the moment that her feet touch the ground, she just runs off in the direction of the music.
Does Cody recognize this forest?
No, you don't. It is not the one that the dragon showed you.
Okay.
What is the dragon doing?
Yeah, the dragon has like landed on the ground, and it's like, I guess let's say it's closest to you, Erica. It just like presses itself against your leg and lets out this like sad, low cry.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the dragon and I'm going to chase after Jasmine.
Okay, great.
Cody joins.
Wait, where are you guys going?
Jasmine went this way.
Follow Jasmine.
Oh, all right, fine. I also run after them.
Is Max going too?
Max just sits on the ground counting all of his money.
Yeah, he started pulling everything out of his backpack on the way down. No, he's gonna follow.
Okay. I want everyone to make an Arcana check.
Oh, what?
An Arcana check. It's a magic check. Arcana means magic.
Ooh.
15.
7.
10 plus 2, 12.
13 for Zan.
Max got a 1.
All right, Max, you don't feel anything. You're like, whoa, weird indoor room. It's got like trees.
Indoor room!
Yeah, you got a 1. That's it. The rest of you, like the hair on your arms is standing on end, and you feel like the air is kind of like, it's almost like it's buzzing with static electricity. Erica, you can feel something powerful in the center of this room. The entire chamber is like very dimly lit. Like these flowers don't give off very much light at all. So as you move forward, you can kind of see like, oh, look, there's more trees, and you keep going.
Does it sound like a forest, or is it like quiet? What can I hear?
Make a perception check.
A 14.
You hear like it's quiet. You do hear like some little buzzing every so often, like maybe there's some bugs in here. And as you look around, you do see like some shapes kind of like flying between the tree trunks, like small ones. So maybe there's like some small birds in here. But other than that, it is like there's like you're not expecting to like see a ton of deer or something in here.
There's something different in here, guys. Do you feel that energy?
Yeah. Why is it when I go into the growth, I always end up getting the tingles? I'm tired of it. Feels weird.
Well, you've got another growth ahead of you. That'll bring even more tingles, bud.
God! Cody just turns his head like, what? How? I don't...
Banned. Nope. Zan puts her hands over Erica's mouth. Nope, we're not talking about this right now.
Well, I mean, there are some birds, and it sounds like there's some bees in here.
Oh my god.
How fast is Jasmine, like, running?
Like, you have to, like, keep going to catch up with her.
Okay. Then I think Erica's gonna keep running, too.
Yeah, Jasmine, you feel like you know where to go, and, like, as you get closer, you hear the singing louder and louder, but you realize that you've maybe you've been running in circles or something. Like you pass a tree and you have to stop and think like, wait, I saw this tree a moment ago. And as you like stop to try to figure out where you are, the rest of the party catches up with you.
Yeah. Jasmine is just looking around in confusion, still with the tears on her cheek. She says, "Where are you? I can hear you, but..."
And then you all hear a voice. You don't hear it out loud with your ears. You just feel it reverberating in your mind. And the voice says,
"You should not have come here."
What?
Why not?
And stepping out from behind a tree, about maybe 50 feet away from you, you see a creature. It's shaped like a centaur. It's got 4 legs and a humanoid upper body, though its skin is made of cracked and gnarled wood. It has a face with no nose or mouth, only this recessed darkness in the center where you see 2 yellow pinpricks of light shining out. It stands about 8 feet tall to the shoulder, and there are branches sprouting from its head that extend behind it, with a few glowing flowers dotted along them. And nestled in the branches, resting on top of its head, is a glittering object. You can't see it very well from here, but it looks like a cracked fragment of a large geode with deep purple crystals jutting out of it.
Its voice does not sound like the singing, does it?
No, it does not.
Hey, are you what's causing all the weird shit in the forest? Growth thing?
The creature does not answer you. It stands like eerily still, like as though it is a tree itself.
Okay.
No, I don't think this isn't what's been singing to me.
You're sure what's singing to you is what's causing the thing in the forest?
I think so.
How is the dragon reacting to this?
At this moment, actually, the dragon like wiggles itself out of your arms, like when you're trying to hold on to a cat that decides it no longer wants to be held on to, and it jumps down to the ground and then pushes between all of you and stands at the front of your group facing this centaur. Fun fact, it's called a Woodward.
Oh, Woodward?
A Woodward. I'll probably just call it a centaur, but Woodward sounds funny, so I had to say it at least one time.
Woodward.
It's a Woodward.
Would you woad a woodward? Would you woo a woodward?
Is there parental guidance required?
Y'all heard of those books, Wordbird?
No?
Nope.
To help kids learn how to pronounce their R's? That's what it sounds like.
Woodward.
Is it a PG Woodward?
Yes?
What does that mean?
Nothing. Just
Okay.
It doesn't have a dick out.
no.
Well, it could have titties, too.
No titties. Smooth.
Can it say fuck?
You don't know yet.
It doesn't have a mouth.
It doesn't have a mouth.
Can you hear us?
The creature just keeps looking at you all. And it actually turns its head a little bit to look at the dragon that is now standing between you all and this centaur. The dragon is not looking so hot. As you watch it, the scales on its back actually start falling off and they're replaced by a thick green fur and then like smooth purple skin. It stumbles and you can see it's like tripping over its feet as they change sizes. And then the dragon is gone, replaced by a white deer-like creature with a long, thin tail. And then the deer is gone, and you have to jump backwards out of the way as an adult walrus takes its place.
What the
It must be like 2,000 pounds with tusks as long as your arm, and it leans its head back and lets out this guttural roar.
Whoa. What?
And the little creature that once was a dragon, it now changes shape again. As you're flinching from this roar, you almost miss it completely. Cody, though, you see a familiar sight. It's Zan's doppelganger, wrapped in a long green blanket. And then she's gone too, and there's a woman standing there. Her long, curly hair extends past her waist. She's hunched over awkwardly as though not used to standing upright. She is naked except for a scrap of gray cloth tied around her neck. Her skin continues to ripple through different patterns and textures. One moment she's glowing a pale shade of blue, the next she's got spotted brown fur like a hyena. And finally she reaches out a hand towards the centaur, palm upturned. "Please," she says. We need it back.
Oh.
Yeah. What she said, I think.
Do you mean the thing that he's carrying? The rock?
The woman turns towards you and you can see she's got these like wide brown eyes and she like nods her head vigorously and points at the rock, the like geode on the top of this centaur's head.
Why? Why do we need it? What is it?
And she's like shaking and then is gone and there's a bird and then she's back to a human again. And she says, "My family needs it back." And the centaur this whole time has just been staring at her. It doesn't move. And after a long moment, you hear its voice in your head again. And it says,
No.
and the woman changes shape again, this time into a sleek black panther with glowing purple eyes and a stripe of mushrooms along its back. It growls and lowers its body, poised to pounce.
Please, can we have it? I think Cody kind of grits his teeth like, did that do anything?
The centaur flicks its arm out and a shield appears on one hand and it flicks the other arm out and a massive club spotted with those glowing flowers appears in the other. And the panther roars. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
It's a 1 for me.
That's a 7 for me.
17 for me.
Nice.
I know, I've used it up on an almost completely useless roll.
10 for Cody.
I'm just rolling fucking wonderful today because I got a 3.
Great.
Burn that dice!
It also rolled off my desk and somehow landed perfectly on my Discord mute key.
It's trying to tell you something.
The dragon that is now a panther got a nat 20. That's cool.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, Cody, you can also roll for water if you want her to be part of this.
She has a 4.
Great. So the panther turns and looks at you, Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
When it locks its glowing purple eyes with yours, you fall forward, hands landing in the dirt.
Jasmine?
You shudder and your vision grows brighter, more refined. You feel a deep rumbling in your chest that courses through your muscular frame and you let out a growl. The rest of you just watched Jasmine shapeshift into a black panther identical to the one next to it, except for the markings on its face where you see 2 overlapping crescent moons.
You good, Jasmine?
Did she do that on purpose?
I don't know.
Panther Jasmine kind of like examines her own paw, then looks up at Cody, growls.
Cody!
Don't be mad at me. It's okay. You look good. You look good.
It's better than a rat.
Is it? I mean, yeah, as long as she's not attacking us. Then I would rather have a rat. I can just stick that in my pocket.
I hope she's not hungry.
Alice, I have added the moon panther to your wild shape list.
Yes, thank you. I see it.
Moon Panther!
Activate.
Yes. Moon Panther Jasmine just turns to look at the Woodward and also bends down low to look like she's about to pounce.
So that was the panther's action. It's going to use all of its movement to run towards the centaur. That gets it about 40 feet. So now it's like 10 feet away from this centaur creature now. Let's say just like pacing back and forth. Next up is Zan's turn.
Okay, I'm going to run up, say 30 feet, which is my full movement, I think. And then draw my bow and fire at it.
Great. Make an attack roll.
Well, I'm definitely not using the 2. That's a 19.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Great. 4 points of damage. Wait, is it a plant?
Oh, it is a plant.
Okay, that's 6 points. Haha, I forgot to do Hunter's Mark. That's okay.
Is Hunter's Mark a bonus?
Yeah, it's a bonus action. So I'll do that so it'll kick in for next time then.
Cool.
But that's 6 points of damage and casting Hunter's Mark on it.
Next up is Cody.
So we're attacking this thing. Okay, is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Oh, Okay. And so Cody pulls out one of his cards, says, first one to meet this new friend. And it's a picture on the card of a little dolphin-ish figure with bolt-like accents with a jagged rear fin. This is dolphining. Hope you find it shocking.
God.
And
Cody!
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Oh.
Yes, so I'm going to roll a d20 for the hit. Oh no, it's a critical failure.
Oh, no.
Aw.
Sad.
Cody runs up and he gets real excited.
Yep.
He draws a card and thrusts it forward, and you see like the outline of this like dolphin just like blast forward out of his hand and go soaring over the head of the Woodward. And nothing happens.
Cody, you understand we're trying to hit it, right?
I haven't practiced with the... sorry!
Santa's so mean to children. All right, next up is the Centaurs' turn. The first thing you see is the mossy ground around its feet flares like pink for a second, and these like little tendrils of grass and vines weave around its ankles and up its body, and the Woodward like leans its head back a little, and all of the like place where Zan hit it with an arrow just kind of like heals back over.
Son of a bitch! Stupid healing bosses.
Then it is going to close the 10 feet to the panther and is going to hit it with its big club. So it rolls 11 to attack, which misses. The panther definitely moves out of the way, and then it swings its club again at it.
No.
Rolls a fucking 2, so it just misses. The panther is very agile. Wow, so cool.
Either that or the Woodward is actually really bad at this.
It's just trying to beat a cat with a stick. It does not do it. Anyway, it's Jasmine's turn.
Speaking of cats,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Jasmine is going to run at it, and then, like, after getting about, like, 10 feet away from it, is going to jump up and pounce on it and try and bite into its back.
Great.
Okay, that's a 3 plus 4, 3 plus 6.
Rolling just so well today.
Yep.
You pull your giant cat body up there and give it a good old bite, and you just pull off some bark. It seems to have done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Dice disasters. It's not just a name.
It's a way of life.
So I think, yeah, Jasmine like didn't think about what to do after attacking, so she just kind of like tumbles off the back of the Woodward and like falls on the other side of the centaur.
I'm picturing like a house cat that has tried to jump on a table with a tablecloth, and it gets up there and then slides off, taking the whole tablecloth with
Absolutely, yes.
it. Great.
Jasmine, are you okay?
Rawr.
I don't know what that means.
Next up is technically Water's turn.
I think at this point, Cody just has her behind him, just protecting her.
Cool beans. Then after that is Max's turn. It's Max's turn.
Just gonna summon Sword and Shield and get on up in there.
You are 50 feet away, so you can get...
Just start walking then.
Okay. You can use your action to dash and close the rest of the distance.
Yeah.
Max summons his sword and his shield and runs forward, and then takes a little breath and runs forward again. Gets right up to this giant wooden centaur and just kind of goes, "Ah!"
Great, now hit him!
Hang on. Give me a second. Gotta catch my breath.
Got a cramp. Next up is Erica with her natural 1.
So Erica is going to open her menu, and she's going to sing a song as she pushes a button. Cats in the growth with 2 silver moons, big old centaur in a cylinder room. And then she presses Phantasmal Force.
Oh my god.
And behind the centaur is going to be a third panther.
Oh.
Within 5 feet of behind of it. And if it's within 5 feet, it will take 1d6 damage on its turn It can use an action to do an investigation check.
Okay.
But as far as it's aware right now, there is a third panther behind it. And that's going to deal 4 psychic damage.
All right. Does the panther attack it, or is it just so scared it pees a little and takes 4 damage?
No, like it sees a panther that is attacking it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it'll take any damage that is like reasonable for that creature to do. So it's gonna like swipe at it or something.
So it like believes it gets attacked, so it gets attacked.
Yeah.
It's a psychosomatic panther attack.
Yep. And y'all, again, just seem to see Erica doing nothing but singing. Because none of you can see this panther, only the centaur can.
Yeah, the centaur, like, Erica sings her little song, and the centaur turns around and then flinches, and you can see it, like, shake off some sort of pain that happened to it. You don't know why.
Hey, Erica, do you want to, like, borrow my bow or something? Do you have anything to attack it?
Zan, I can kill spiders with my brain. I'm okay.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thanks for helping.
Hey, y'all saw the centaur, like, wince, and I don't know if it turned around. I don't know.
Was that you?
Yeah, Zan, I'm not singing for fun.
How?
We can talk about it later.
Stan's just really mad that you got to hit it with your brain. Next up is the panther's turn, and it is going to try to push the centaur over. Jesus, okay, it gets a 20, not a nat 20. So you see this panther kind of like settle back on its haunches and then jump and like use its front paws to like push the centaur, and the centaur does manage to regain its footing and shrug the panther off, but it has turned, so its back is now to all of you. And next up is Zan's turn.
All right. Now I'm going to go hit it with my sword.
Great. Zan, you easily close the 20 remaining feet to this centaur, and you can flank it with Max and get advantage on your attack.
Great. 16.
That hits.
So that's 9 plus my hunter's mark. Just another d6. That's 12 points of damage.
Great. Yeah, Zan, you duck under one of its arms and just slash it up the side with your short sword, dealing 12 damage, sending little wood chips flying.
Take that, asshole.
Next up is Cody's turn.
Cody's going to run up within 15 feet of the Woodward, and as I'm running, I yell, "Well, okay, that didn't work out last time, but nothing is as reliable as good old Spunk." And he's going to shoot magic missile from Spunk's card.
All right. Roll damage.
So that's 11 damage.
Yeah, Cody runs up and shoots out 3 beams of energy that just slam into this Woodward. Next up is the Woodward's turn. And it's going to cast Gust of Wind. So a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts out from the Woodward. And it's going to blast it towards... Let's say Max and Cody are in a line still, and it hits both of you. You can make a strength saving throw.
Sweet. It's a 13 minus 2 and 11 for Cody.
Okay, you are pushed 15 feet away in a line.
12 plus 3, 15.
Yeah, you're hardy enough. You do not get pushed backwards. This giant beam of wind, though, continues to buffet against you, and you will have to get out of it if you want to move closer. It does get the dirt around its feet glows pink again.
No!
And it gets a little hardier.
Does it look like it's healing all of the damage that we did to it, or just part of it?
Yeah, part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's
I
fine.
don't know how much.
So just some of the bark grows back.
Yeah. Next up is Jasmine's turn. You're right up on this creature.
Jasmine is going to, in cat form, just get real low and dodge backwards using a bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
Run back 20 feet, then, paw at the ground a bit and do a butt wiggle because she's a cat and run back at it and try and pounce it to the ground. The same thing as the other panther tried to do.
Great. Roll a claw attack.
Cool. Am I at the other side from the other panther?
Yes.
Cool. 13 plus 6.
That hits.
Hell yes.
Roll your claw damage.
6 plus 4, 10.
Damn. Yeah, you take a big swipe at this centaur, and I think it makes a saving throw to see if it gets knocked prone, right?
Yes, DC 13 strength saving throw.
It got a 7. So yeah, you pounce it and knock it right to the ground, and then I believe you get to take a bonus action.
Oh, I can't because I used my bonus action to disengage.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But it is on the ground.
It is on the ground now. Next up is Water.
Water has run up to where Cody has fallen and is just kind of like making sure he's okay.
I love it. Beautiful. Next up is Max.
What do I need to do to get out of the wind?
Yes, you can use your movement to walk like out of it and then try to walk back to the Woodward. You can do some math. You can make it all the way back to the Woodward.
Okay. I will make it back to the Woodward and then swing my sword at it.
Cool. Roll an attack.
Oh boy, this dice is going in jail. That's a 1.
Oh,
dear.
Okay.
Max, no.
Perhaps worried about how windswept your hair is. Oh wait, the Woodward is prone.
Yeah, you get advantage.
Oh yes.
Also, I'm flanking, so you get advantage anyway.
Yes.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay, good. Yeah, you steady yourself and you give it a good swing and you carve through this centaur. Tell me about your damage.
That's a 6 plus 2, 8.
Nice. 8 damage. Cool beans. Next up is Erica's turn.
Okay, so the Phantom Panther will be attacking again
Uh-huh.
for 3 damage.
Nice.
Will you please attack it now?
Ugh, fine. So Erica summons her dagger
Okay.
and runs 30 feet and is going to throw the dagger at the centaur.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't even know you had a dagger. Have you had that the whole time?
Yeah, Zan, I have, and I'm running low on spell slots, so we'll do it your way.
Nice.
That's a 12.
Total?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The dagger goes sailing over the centaur's shoulder into the bushes.
Damn it.
Maybe you should go back to glaring at it.
Okay, Zan. Cool. Thanks for being a great teammate.
Erica's next attack will be against Zan. Next up is the panther, which goes to jump on the centaur to pin it to the ground. And
Should have advantage also.
does. Okay, let me make sure I'm rolling at advantage. Got worse. So the panther stumbles, shape changes into a... Where did my website with random animals go?
Here, I'll
Oh,
just
no.
open my character sheet again and we'll do whatever anonymous animal it's on there.
It turns into a blobfish.
It turned into a baby...
Cormorant.
A what?
A baby
Is that a
cormorant.
spice?
No, that's coriander.
bird.
It's a bird. It's like a water bird. Or a bat.
You're not the random generator. Turn into a baby
I am
sheep.
now.
A lamb.
Oh no.
That's worse.
Stop kicking it. It's already dead.
It's worse than my options.
And it stumbles backwards and coughs, and a little bit of blood comes out.
Oh no.
Next up is Zan's turn.
All right, I am going to run and put myself between the centaur and the now baby lamb.
All right, great.
And
Just swivel around.
Yeah.
You're still within melee range,
Yeah.
so you don't have to take an opportunity attack.
I've lost track of where everybody is because we've been sort of dancing.
The centaur is prone, so you get advantage no matter what.
Okay, all right, I'm going to attack it with my short sword.
Great. Stab it while it's down. Ugh.
All right, well, that's a 12.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
All right.
You are so concerned about the baby sheep that you just kind of flail your sword around.
Stay away! Stay back! Look at how cute it is. You can't.
Next up is Cody.
Cody has seen this whole scene play out from 30 feet away-ish.
Yeah, buffeted by wind.
Yeah, he can't move forward, but he's just kind of seeing it. He slowly raises his hand and points at the Woodward on the ground, and the Woodward hears,
You're outnumbered? They're on you. Give me a reason to call them off.
Oh, okay. Would you like to make an intimidation check or a persuasion check?
Ooh, interesting. Let's go with persuasion.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
You're either persuading it to try to be like, hey, we're on your side, I'll call them off, or intimidating it to be like, we're big and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't know what Cody's doing.
Cody asked for a reason.
Great.
So that's not intimidation. It's more like, let me help you. That's a 19 plus 4, 23.
Holy shit.
That's many number. Big number. Wow.
Okay. You hear silence for a moment, and then that booming voice in your head. You can all hear the voice, and it says,
Leave here, and I will not harm you.
We can't.
I mean, you definitely could.
No. I mean, morally speaking.
Yeah, that's not a very good answer. You'll keep on attacking that dude.
Cody, tiny mafia boss.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is the Centaurs' turn. It will use half its movement to stand up, and then it is going to cast Spike Growth. So the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on where the Woodward is standing twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area is now difficult terrain, and if you move in this area, you take damage. And then the Woodward is going to back away from all of you 10 feet. So I believe Max, Zan, and Jasmine get opportunity attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
19 again.
20 total.
Great. Both hit.
That's a natural one.
Do you get advantage on opportunity attacks when you're flanking?
Yeah, if you have advantage anyway, I think.
Yeah. So Zan, you get advantage because you're flanking.
Yikes. Well, that's a 6, so...
Okay. Zan whiffs. Zan is still very concerned about the baby lamb that is vomiting up blood.
Oh my god, who wouldn't be?
But Max and Jasmine get to their attacks both hit.
I did 9.
I also did 9 damage with a bite.
9 damage. All right. The ground flared pink and the Woodward looks a little hardier, but that was quite a bit of damage you two did. And it has stepped away from you, and it's using the rest of its movement to back up into the tree that it stepped out from behind when you first saw it, and it is gone.
Fucking... Wait, I have it hunter's marked.
You do have it hunter's marked.
Do have it on it. Nice.
Next up is Jasmine's turn.
I think Jasmine was going to just run after it towards the tree and is going to try and claw at the tree where it disappeared into the tree.
Great. Make an attack.
Do I get damage from running because of the thorns?
Yes, you do. You take 2d4 piercing damage.
That is a significant amount, actually.
That is actually a significant amount. And it's a total of 4.
Okay. Jasmine runs through the spikes that pierce through the skin of the panther form and just claws at the tree. I doubt I have to roll for that because I imagine it does fuck all.
It does fuck all, so. Yeah.
Yes.
Jasmine Panther roars and scratches at the tree. Next up is Max's turn.
Don't really have anything I can do.
You could help the lamb?
Yeah. On my jog over to the tree, I will go pet the lamb on the head
Okay.
and put the rest of my lay on hands, which is 4.
Okay.
So I heal the lamb for 4, and then I go over to the tree with Jasmine.
Okay.
What?
You take 5 points of damage from running through the thorns.
Okay. I will just stand there and wait for it to come back out.
Great. Okay. Max and Jasmine are now staring at the tree. The lamb looks a little bit healthier, though it looks very tired, and it just kind of like flops onto the ground where it is standing. It is Erica's turn.
So Erica is going to stay where she is, but is going to... Have we determined where the Woodward is?
No.
Okay.
You saw it go into a tree.
And it's dark in here, right?
It is dim. You can see fine.
Okay.
It is a very large room, though. There's a lot of, tree trunks.
It's definitely not within range of my Phantom Panther anymore, right?
No, not melee range for sure.
Panther.
So sad. I think that Erica is going to cast Dancing Lights in a 10-foot radius around that tree, and I'm going to kind of look for it, essentially.
Out of the Phantom Zone.
Okay. Anyway, it's Zan's turn.
I'm going to make a perception check to find it.
You have advantage because of your hunter's mark.
I do have advantage. Well, that's a 7 and a 1, so probably not great. Where'd it go? I don't know.
You don't know where it went. It's gone from where you are.
I'm going to head towards the tree then. I ignore difficult terrain.
I think you still take damage.
Okay.
You make it all the way out of the spikes. Congratulations.
Woo, how much damage do I take?
6.
6 damage.
And so you're walking and it's kind of like,
Ow, 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 fuck. How close do I get?
You get right up to the tree. You could touch this tree if you wanted to.
Can I just touch the tree just for shits and giggles? All right.
You reach out your hand and you lay your palm flat on the tree. You close your eyes. You open your eyes. You have a splinter in your hand.
I hate splinters.
Next up is the Centaurs' turn. And it steps out from behind a different tree. One next to Erica. And it's going to try to hit you with the club.
Hate that.
Hate to see it.
15 to hit.
That's a hit.
Oliver, how far away is this?
20 feet away from you.
As my reaction, whenever Max sees the centaur step out of the tree and raise the club toward Erica, he's going to raise the shield up in front of him, close his eyes, and concentrate. And he's going to channel divinity. And him and Erica are going to swap places.
Erica, you flinch as this club comes down towards you. And then nothing happens. You open your eyes and you are standing next to the tree with Jasmine the Panther and Zan, who is picking at the splinter.
That's so freaking cool.
Shit, it's like underneath the skin. It hurts. It's so annoying. I just want to get it out.
Does anyone have any tweezers?
I have claws and teeth.
No, you stay away from me. That is not helpful.
Zan, actually, as you're picking at the splinter, you hear Jasmine's voice say that. Not out loud, like in your head.
I don't think Zan notices. I think she's just like, yeah, huh? This fucking don't.
But Jasmine, you maybe noticed that Zan responded to you.
Wait, can you understand me?
Yeah, is that coming out of your mouth?
I mean, I think I'm just growling.
She is, in fact, just growling.
When I tried to talk earlier, I just growled at Cody.
And Max, you can continue describing what happens to you.
Max swaps places with Erica, and he just has the shield up and is glaring at the centaur.
All right, great. It got a 15.
Which does not hit.
So the club comes down and just bounces off of Max's shield, who is now up next to the centaur. It growls. Does it? It's a tree thing.
It groans.
It groans.
Are we back to the rock golem sound thing? Are we going to have to find some branches to rub together?
Some rubbed branches sound. And then it's going to try to hit you again with the club. And it got 18.
Still does not hit.
Fuck! All right. The club comes back again, bonks off the shield, and it looks very perturbed by all of this.
With its non-face.
And it's going to try to step away from you. It backs up into that tree and is gone.
Well, shit.
I mean, you saved Erica.
Yeah.
Next up is Cody.
Cody looks around, doesn't see the centaur, tries to think of a way to help. And so he'll just quickly cast Mage Hand, send it towards Max, his backpack, pulls out the grow potion and hands it to Max.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then just looks at Max saying, better time than any, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, good. Do you want to use your movement?
Yeah, I'm going to go run over and join Max.
Okay, so you're not standing next to him.
Yes.
Great. Next up is Jasmine's turn.
Yeah, if I'm not in the thorny area, I think Jasmine is going to try and run behind a tree as well, and is going to try and hide in some bushes or something, if there are bushes around.
Okay, yeah.
That's what panthers do. They hide sometimes.
Make a stealth check.
So that would be a 15 total. 12 plus 3.
You think you are hidden. Next up is Max's turn. You are holding a grow potion. You don't know where the centaur went.
Max is just gonna look at Cody next to him and be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do this. And then downs the grow potion.
All right.
I double size in all dimensions.
Okay, roll a d4. And that's how many hours this is going to last.
2 hours.
Okay.
And I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Your weapon also grows to match the size.
Yep. And my attacks deal extra d4.
Okay, can you please describe what this looks like?
Max is already like much taller than Cody, like a couple feet.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, Cody is just staring at Max's knee because Max is now 12 feet tall.
Oh my god.
I think taller than the centaur now.
Oh, yeah.
And Max is just standing there holding a giant shield and a sword that is larger than Cody. And he's like,
This is fucking awesome.
Perfect.
Good. Okay,
Oh my god.
Well, hello, and welcome to Dice Disasters. This is the part of the show where we stop pretending to be other people and start pretending to be ourselves. I'm Alan, and with me today, we have Alice.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining me for this wonderful break in the middle of our podcast.
Thank you. I hope everyone is enjoying Maximus.
Maximus, what a good name. Yes, oh, when that happened, makes me so happy. We want to wish everyone a happy Pride, and in the spirit of those early prides that were riots and protests, we want to again reiterate our support for the Black Lives Matter movement and their protests against police brutality and systematic racism that is plaguing the United States and the world. So just like last week's update we posted, we've put links in the description of this episode of organizations and groups that you can donate to help support the people who are fighting for change. But before we get back to the podcast, there are a few things in Dice Disasters land that we want to tell you about.
We're doing a thing now where you can ask us questions. You can do this both on our Twitter, which is at Dice Disasters, but also on the fan Discord, which I think there's a link to it on our website, isn't there?
There is. You can go to our website and join us there. On our Discord, you can talk to us. We have a couple different chat channels, but there's also a channel where you can pose us questions. And our current plan is to, some point in the future, do an episode where we answer some of those questions.
Also on the fan Discord are this wonderful set of new emoji that Talia made. I honestly think it's worth going into the fan Discord just to see them because they're beautiful. You can have all of the cast as like uwu faces.
Yes, Talia did an amazing job with the new emoji. And also, we've had some really great fan art posted here recently from people in the listening community who have drawn our party and water, the cutest little water that you can see there in our Discord. Oh, and we also wanted to mention that we have our very first Patreon bonus episode going out here shortly for anyone on our Patreon. It is a purely bonus episode.
You're not missing anything. If you don't listen to it, well, you're missing a fun episode, but you're not missing any of the story.
Yes, it is not crucial to the story that we're telling. It actually only has two people on it. It's Oliver and Talia going on a little bit of a Zan adventure.
I guess it could be very good practice for telling Oliver and Talia apart, which apparently some people have issue with.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you want to hear Oliver and Talia's adventure, or if you just feel like supporting the podcast, we would love to have you join our Patreon, and we appreciate the support so much. But important note, if you're choosing between joining our Patreon and giving to a charity, like one of the ones listed in the episode description, please choose the charity. They're out there doing really important work, helping make the world a better, safer place for minorities and people who have been oppressed for centuries, and they deserve your attention before us.
As always, you can find us on the internet on our website, dicedisasters.com, our Twitter at Dice Disasters, and on Instagram at dice.disasters.
Yeah, please share the show to your friends if you feel like it. And if you do, please use the hashtag Dice Disasters. Because if you leave a review of the show on your podcast app or share the show, we put your name into a list of names that Oliver picks to name NPCs.
We don't have any new NPCs in this episode, but there's some coming up very soon.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
And also, it'd be helping us out a lot.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, sharing the show is the number one way that new people are finding our podcast right now. So anytime you share the show, it is directly helping us.
At this point in the story, you've already met our good friend Trinket. If you want your stuff to show up in Trinket's store, you can submit item ideas. You can do that on our website, dicedisasters.com. Just click on item submission and fill out the form, and it might show up.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to our little break here in the middle of the episode, and we'll let you get back to the story.
Enjoy.
Bye. Cody is now looking up at giant Max, and he thought he knew how cool this would look, but his mind is blown, and he's like, I was kidding before, but these really are some sick gains.
Oh my god, why do you know what sick gains are?
He's been on the internet.
Has he?
He's 12. He probably lives on the internet.
I mean, he might have read a Men's Health magazine every now and then at the grocery store.
Anyway, Max, what would you like to do for your action?
I don't really have anything I can do.
You're just big now.
You can make a perception check to try to find the centaur if you want.
Yeah, I'm not the only one who can perceive things.
Sure.
I'm not the only one who can not perceive things.
You really aren't, because I got a 5.
Oh, good.
I will give you advantage because you are extremely tall.
See over trees.
And so you can see further.
Does that help me see through trees?
No.
Okay.
I just want to give you advantage because you're a big boy.
Nope, it's still 5.
All right, fine. You don't find it. Next up is Erica's turn.
Okay. Erica's gonna be a little like, whoa, what's going on? If I do a perception check, is that my action?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I think Erica instead is going to ready an action.
Okay.
So when the centaur appears, she is going to attack by throwing her dagger again. So during her turn, she's summoning the dagger and looking around.
Perfect. Okay. Dan, it is your turn.
Great. I guess I'm just gonna perception check again. That was a 17.
Great. You can see that the centaur is about 20 feet away from you. You can just see it barely peeking out from behind another tree. It is about 20 feet from you, and let's say 30 feet from where Max and Cody are.
All right, it's 23, 20, just that way. It's, I'm pointing at it, but if you were to walk that way, it would be behind, see the tree with the red bit on the side? It's behind that tree. Can somebody hit it, please?
Erica gets to use her reaction now.
That is a 19 to hit.
That hits. The centaur is behind half cover, so it gets a bonus to its AC, but that hits anyway. You send a dagger flying through the air at it.
It's 3 damage.
And it sinks in, doing 3 damage. Next up is Cody's turn.
Cody, draw!
And so Cody whips around, yanks out Chalama, and shoots Ray of Frost at the direction of the centaur.
Okay, make it a ranged attack roll.
Chalama is my favorite.
Yeah, she's awesome. That is a 15 plus 4, I believe? Yeah, 15 plus 4, 19.
That hits.
Oh, so 1 cold damage, and its movement is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. Next up is the centaur's turn. It is not looking so hot. It's got kind of frost in a jagged line across its chest. It's going to step back into that tree and step out right next to Zan, and it's going to try to hit you with its club.
Shit.
A 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take...
There's a lot of dice.
Let's do this. 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof, a doofa.
Oof.
All right. And then it's going to hit Erica then with the other swing. That is 9 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right. Next up is Jasmine's turn.
Okay. If it can't see me, Jasmine is going to run up from behind it, from out of the bushes, and try and knock it down again.
All right.
A 24.
That hits.
Great.
It definitely hits.
So that's 8 damage for the claw attack, and it has to make a strength saving throw.
It got a 15.
Yeah, so it nicks that. Jasmine jumps up and swipes at it and manages to stay on its back a bit this time and jump back off, but it doesn't fall off. And now she's on the other side of it from Zan and Erica.
Great. Next up is Max's turn. It is 15 or 20 feet away from you.
All right. Then let's run over there. I am going to try and grapple it so that it cannot step back into a tree.
Ooh, all right. Roll a athletics check contested by the target's athletics. And you get advantage because you're big boy. Okay. It got a 10 total.
I got an 18.
All right. Describe what you do.
So I see it stepping out of the tree and take swipes at people. And I run over.
Thump, 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 thump.
Yeah. And I just... How would you grapple a centaur?
You're bigger than it.
Just sit on it.
It would be like, how would you do a dog? Like a big dog.
Yeah.
Like a chokehold, but around its torso?
I'm going to bend over a little bit and grab it around the, under the front and around the back,
What?
in the horse chest area.
You're hugging the horse chest part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure it can't move.
So if it had a dick, your hands would be where the dick is.
A little more forward than that.
Okay, a little bit more forward than that.
Assumption to make.
Like where the horse neck would be and where the human dick would be.
Oh, okay, great.
If you were to hug a horse, would you hug it like this or like this?
Wait, are you saying it doesn't have a dick?
Okay, it is grappled.
Wait, no, answer the question.
You don't know. You didn't check.
Hey, Max, does it have a dick?
You didn't check. You can use your action to check.
Max.
Actually, Oliver did specify when it first appeared that it didn't have a dick.
I did actually specify this. This has been
Smooth all over.
smooth all over like a Ken centaur.
Like a Ken doll.
Well, it's bark, so it's pretty rough.
It's rough all over like a melted Ken doll. Okay. Okay, it's Erica's turn.
So I'm right next to it, right?
Oh yeah, you are right next to it. You're watching Big Max give it a big hug.
I am going to pull out my rapier and I'm going to try and stab it. Do I have advantage on that because it's pinned?
You have advantage because it is flanked regardless, so go for it.
Okay, that's a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Damn. My rapier just bends and just doesn't do anything. But I am going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Zan.
Okay.
Ooh, Zan, things are gonna get easier. Nice. And
Thanks.
that is 5 health healed.
Thank you.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Zan, it is your turn. The centaur looks very bad. It is grappled and flanked, so you have advantage on it.
Gonna hit it with my sword. That's 2 3s. I just rolled 2 3s. All right. 5's not gonna do anything, so I'm just gonna stand here, I guess.
Okay.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I flip it off as a free action.
Good, great. It's 2 yellow pinpricks of eyes just stare down at you. Cody, it is your turn.
Cody is in action mode, has his Chalama card held out facing the creature, and just with his voice this time says, "Okay, let's try this again."
Okay.
You want us to stop? Or you want to keep doing this? Does it say anything?
It says,
You cannot handle the power you seek.
Okay, bye! And I shoot Ray of Frost.
cannot handle the truth.
Oh, why?
What'd you get?
It's a 1.
Oh no! And by precedent, the blast of chilly air shoots out of Cody's hand and hits Zan square in the side of the head.
Ow!
Roll damage, Cody.
Oh, gosh.
I don't like Chalama anymore.
I should never tee up the good moments with spells that don't automatically hit. It curses me every time. That's a 5.
Zan, you take 5 points of damage. When Cody gets a 1 with Ray of Frost and the target is next to Zan, it hits Zan.
Even if Zan's not next to the target, somehow it just...
it somehow also hits Zan.
Zan.
Ow.
Zan has frosted tips again and is not looking so good.
Sorry, Zan! Sorry!
Sorry.
You were in the way? Question mark?
I wasn't, but here we are.
Shh.
I'm really glad I healed Zan.
Yeah, me too. Next up is the Centaurs' turn. It is grappled, so
It has a strength of 0, or a speed of 0.
its arms fall off.
You look, and it had 4 arms to begin with.
How many arms does the centaur have? Yeah.
Depends if you count the front legs as arms or legs.
No, those are fingers.
How does it wear pants?
It's currently naked, so you do not know. You would have to try to put pants on the centaur if you wanted to figure it out.
We all stopped to try to put pants on it.
So it's going to reach out and try to place one hand on Zan's shoulder.
Why?
It got a 19 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
It grasps your shoulder, Zan, and this like interior forest chamber that you're in disappears. And you wake up in your childhood bedroom. And over the next hour, you fight a zombie and then another zombie, and then you're somewhere else, and things are bad, and then suddenly you're back in this space. The rest of you, all you see is Zan's eyes go blank for a moment, and then she shakes her head and she is back.
What the fuck?
And she takes 3 damage.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Zan, are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Zan has an existential panic attack. It is Jasmine's turn.
Can Jasmine try to leap over the centaur to, like, get in between it and Zan?
You can just walk around it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
I could probably, like, run between its legs, considering it's a tank.
Yeah, you could.
So, yeah.
Is the thorny ground dispelled at this point?
Yes, it's gone.
Okay.
Jasmine does that and then tries to bite at one of its legs. Okay. 19 plus 5, 24.
That hits.
8 plus 4, so 12? Yeah, that's 12. I'm good at math.
All right. Yeah, you bite into this Woodward's leg. Okay, maybe we should back up.
Yes?
You kill it.
Oh, okay.
How do you want to kill it? Because I don't think a leg bite is how we want to kill it.
Go for the throat.
So I guess Jasmine will, like, after seeing what just happened to Zan and, like, being really worried, she'll just jump up and, like, with claws dig into the bark of the back to get up to, like, the creature's torso and just bites at its throat.
You fucking rip the throat out of this wooden creature. There's just bark and bits of wood go flying. The rest of you see those 2 yellow pinpricks of light in the recessed dark part of its face just fade out completely. The crystal on its head falls off, just plunk onto the ground. And Max, the centaur you've been grappling in your arms, goes still. You are out of initiative order.
Panther Jasmine runs up to Zan and, like, noses at her thigh probably. Is like, are you okay? What happened?
Zan, like, as soon as Jasmine butts up against her legs, just sort of, like, wobbles a little bit and then just, like, sits down really hard on the ground. And is just gonna, like, sort of feel her torso and look down, and it's not there. Like, she hasn't been bitten in this reality, but, like, she can still feel it, and she's just gonna, like, sit there for a minute. Just sort of breathe a little bit.
Giant Max is gonna let go of the centaur and then turn to Zan and kind of squat down so that I'm sort of close to eye level.
Still like 6 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down and also
then-
short.
With a massive hand, pat you on the head and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh my god!
I fall over sideways.
You just squish her into the dirt very gently. Stan, you feel a little bit better.
How much is canceled out by the fact that Max just squished me?
None. He's a very gentle boy.
Your heal first, 7.
I can't cast spells when I'm a panther,
Correct.
but Balm of the Summer Court isn't a spell. Can I do it anyway?
I believe you can. I would say you also at this point like are well within control of your faculties and could revert to Jasmine shape if you wanted to.
I want
won't
to stay a
force you
panther
to.
for a bit, but thank you. Right after Maximus's huge hand disappears, Jasmine will look at Zan, and the panther licks the side of Zan's face and casts Balm of the Summer Court.
Okay.
You gain 3 hit points
Yay!
and have flowers in your hair again.
Yeah.
I think Zan gets really self-conscious about all of this attention and like stands up and's like, thanks. And then like sort of wobbles away and like sits down really hard behind a tree so nobody can see her.
Okay, great.
Like she sort of totters over there and then just like leans up against it.
Cody has walked over to the Woodward and is kind of like just like squatted down next to what was its face and kind of pokes at it just to see if it moves.
Okay.
I tried to help. And then stand up and kind of take a few steps away, look over at his friends who were recovering, stop in his tracks, turn around, and then just kick it real quick. And then walk back to his friends.
Hey, it's a pity you didn't buy into Cody's protection, hey? Little Cody. We could have stopped all this unfortunate business from happening, eh?
Zan is delirious.
Erica wants to do an Arcana check just to kind of see what's going on, and also is going to go pick up that lamb. That's a 20 on the Arcana check. Just she wants to see if like that energy is still present.
Yes, Erica, you go over and kind of like pick up the lamb into your arms, and it is awake, but it seems like it's just barely awake, and you can feel its like labored breathing as you hold on to it. And in the quiet after this battle, you just kind of like look around this big chamber, and you look at the weird centaur creature that attacked you, and you just kind of take a moment. And the hair on the back of your arms and the back of your neck is still standing up. You still feel this like weird crackling of electricity in the air of some sort of extremely powerful magic that is sitting here.
Can I tell if it's like all around me or if it's coming from a specific direction?
It is all around you and is definitely emanating from that geode that was on top of the centaur's head. With that roll, I'll also say that you can feel the geode calling to you. Not literally, like you don't hear anything, but you feel like a strong urge to go towards it. And all around you, because you're focused on this, you hear the creaking of wood and realize that the dome is slowly retracting. The tangled masses of branches that serve as like the walls to this chamber are pulling back slowly, but they definitely are moving into individual trees. And as they move, you can hear louder the sound of those rock golems hitting against the barrier that is slowly dispersing.
Okay, I'm going to run the lamb over to the geode.
Okay.
And like just see if it reacts in any way.
So as you get closer to this geode with the lamb, do you like touch them together?
I think I'm like slowly lowering the lamb towards the geode because I knew that the lamb like wanted that.
It starts like squirming in your arms as you bring it closer to it, but it's very weak and so it's not doing very much.
Okay, so I'm going to place it very gently next to the geode.
Okay, like not touching.
Yeah.
You place it down there and it wriggles again and the lamb vanishes and you see a guinea pig. Just a little guinea pig.
Hairless or with hair?
With hair.
Okay.
What?
It's like calico colored. It's very cute.
Are hairless guinea pigs a thing?
Let's not imagine that. And then a koala. And then, a fox. Oh, it's really cute. It's a little fox and it's kind of curled up and it lets out like a yep, and like starts to like scramble further away from the geode.
Okay, I'm gonna call everyone over and say, hey, guys, I don't know what to do about this, but I hear the rock golems trying to get in and I think they're coming for this. And I point to the geode.
Jasmine runs up and, considering Zan could understand her, will assume that Erica can too. Be like, do you want us to pick it up?
Can I understand?
Yes, you can.
I don't know. It seems like the lamb is scared of it. I know that it was looking for it, but I don't know. I feel like it's calling to me, but I'm a little bit scared of it.
I don't feel anything.
Max is just gonna pick it up, the tiny thing between his thumb and index finger.
All right. Max reaches down and closes his hand around this geode, which I guess to him is pretty small. To the rest of you, it's like, I guess, about the size of like a basketball. But he just scoops it up. And Max, make an Arcana check.
Cool, my specialty. Not a nat 1, but a 1.
Okay, a total of a 1.
Yep.
The object like stings in your hand. It like feels uncomfortable, but then you just feel like extremely strong. You're like, I'm strong. I'm really strong. And as you all watch Big Max just like hold on to this little rock, his body like twitches a couple times and he grows 5 feet taller.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And all of your wristbands are letting out a little chime.
What?
Bing, 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 bing.
Cody's going to put his wrists together, bring up the menu, see if he can figure out what's dinging.
Yes, as you do that, at the very top of the menu that pops up, you see a message written in white on a red background, and it says, "Warning, SPE levels critical. SPEL proprietary wristbands may become overloaded. Reduce exposure to SPE anomaly to prevent liquefaction of test subjects."
Hey, Max. Max?
Max is 17 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm looking up real high. Hey, Max!
Yeah, what?
So, I've always been meaning to tell you, but today more than ever, I really look up to you. And Cody kind of stifles a smile. And I hope we're friends, and I hope you believe it when I say, hey, can you drop that, please?
Why?
Max, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
14.
14. Okay. You don't want to drop it, but you can tell that Cody's right.
Please? Remember, Castor said that we become juice? That the wristband is saying juice might happen. It might be juice time, and I don't want you to be the juice.
Fine.
And I'll set it back down on the ground.
Okay. You reduce back to 12 feet tall instead of 17 feet tall.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Jasmine is going to like very cautiously approach it and, like a cat at a bug or something, just kind of like pat at it. Not like actually pick it up.
All right. You touch it and you immediately transform into a beaver. And then you transform again and you are an elephant. And then you transform again and you are a crab that is like 15 feet wide. Just fucking massive. Everyone else has to like lurch out of the way.
I was imagining it only changing the width.
No, it's also like, I don't know, 6 feet tall.
Just a wide ass crab.
Just long.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. 9.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. As what?
Make an attack roll. You get plus 6.
25?
All right. It is making a ranged spell attack from its little crab mouth up, like, out away from your party, which is good. It lets out just a giant cone of frost that coats all of the trees in the area, and then it slides up the wall of branches that are like slowly retracting of this chamber, and through the crack you can see one of those like 50-foot tall rock golems, and it is just frozen there as though it was about to break through the barrier of trees and come in.
Zan's, at some point during all of this, wandered back over towards the group. For a while, she was just still sitting over there catching her bearings, and now she's like behind everybody else, just kind of watching.
This giant crab just blasted one of the rock golems with ice, and it froze it. It is just outside of this massive wall of branches that was slowly creaking open. That section that is frozen is now just like no longer moving, but the rest of the dome around you is retracting, and through the gaps in those trees quite far away from you, because this chamber is pretty big, you can see 3 other giant rock golems.
Ah, shit.
Which are pushing trees down out of the way to try to get closer to you.
Okay, as big as Max is, I don't think we're ready to fight 3 50-foot rock golems.
Yeah. Cody just points at the hole where the frozen rock golem is. It's like, I vote that way.
Do we take the rock? Do we leave it?
I don't think we can leave it.
As you ask that, your shape-shifting friend transforms a few more times, eventually settling back into the human woman with long curly hair. And in this form, unlike all of her other ones, her eyes are brown and not glowing purple. She looks very tired and is like hunched over, and she turns to your group and says, My family needs it back. It's us.
It's...
Can't touch it.
So, what do we do?
Can you, like, call to your family?
She shakes her head and her, like, hair flies back and forth.
Am I still a crab?
You are still a giant crab touching the geode.
Am I capable of understanding that I should probably not be a big crab at the moment?
Make another wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
With a natural 20, you keep your hand on it, but can transform back into Jasmine.
Okay, yeah, the crab just, like, starts shrinking rapidly and then eventually turns into Jasmine standing there with the rock, and she very quickly grabs her bag and stuffs it in.
Okay.
We should probably just take it with us.
Yeah, I think we should leave.
Yeah. Can you, turn into something a little bit smaller so we can carry you?
She nods and reverts back into the bronze dragon.
Okay, that's not the smallest, but I pick...
Yeah, she probably weighs about like 30 pounds.
Just make Max carry her.
There's a 15-foot tall man next to you.
12 feet. Let's not add any extra feet. You don't get those bonus feet.
Oh yeah, it's 12. I forgot I shrunk again.
There's a lot of shrinking and growing in this episode.
I hand her to Max, and I say, let's go.
All right, great. So you are running out of this dome that is collapsing.
Mm-hmm.
And all around you, like, various, like, objects are, like, falling to the ground. Actually, Max, make a dexterity saving throw.
8.
You feel like a clunk as something like bonks onto your nose and then goes clattering to the ground, and you realize like a gold coin has fallen on you. And then you feel another little like plonk, and something else like metal like has hit you on the head and clattered to the ground. And you all hear a noise that gets steadily louder that sounds like a scream. It sounds like and a blur of white streaks towards the ground and lands with a thump. And you see a pile of bones and moss. A few seconds later, Lulu, the tiefling skeleton you met earlier, drifts gently down to the ground next to it. And from the heap of bones on the ground, you hear the voice of Logan the Goliath skeleton shouting, "Oh, we solved the riddle! We brought down the dome! We did it!
Yeah.
Logan and Lulu, private eyes, solve yet another case in record time!"
Great.
The pile shifts a little bit. You see there's a skull sitting on top.
Good job.
Erica's gonna continue running and, like, accidentally step on Logan's, like, femur. Great job, bud. We'll see you later.
Oh, thanks! I'm okay. Just a minor setback. Gonna have to rearrange some of me bones. And he's getting farther and farther away as you run out of here.
Yeah, look at the big rock things. Bye.
The what?
You'll figure it out.
You slide and slip and slide your way between these rock golems' giant legs on this like frozen ground. The thing doesn't move. It seems frozen solid. As you keep running, those big rock golems from the other side like slowly start stalking their way towards you, but they are too far to be able to catch up with you.
I chuck a bunch of rocks in the opposite direction anyway.
Okay.
Cody, being fast, is kind of near the front and is kind of looking around, trying to look for a place to get out.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check.
15 plus 2, 17.
Yeah, you see a section of these like branchy wooden walls that have kind of like peeled back faster than the areas around it. And there is a tunnel big enough for all of you. Max might have to duck a little bit to just run out of this dome completely.
Cody looks over at Erica, points at it, and says, "That way?"
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. And just takes off running.
Yeah, you all keep running. Max's thundering footfalls, he's easily keeping pace, if not outpacing the rest of you, and kind of like shoulder checks some of the branches as he fights his way through this tunnel. And you have made it out of where this dome once stood. The trees and branches continue retracting. The rock golems are like far off from where you are, so you can like stop for a minute and catch your breath.
Is it night at this point?
Yes. So as you make it out into the open air growth, like you're no longer completely covered by this tangle of branches, you get a glimpse at the sky. And above you, you see that smear of purple that runs across it. The entire sky is like dotted with stars and clouds. It looks like it is very late into the night. You'd estimate like you might be getting close to dawn at this point.
Zan drops on the ground and just sort of lies there in the grass, just sort of staring up, just catching her breath.
Jasmine is like probably right next to Zan, just like hands on her knees, panting. That was a lot. Wow.
I still have a splinter.
You're worried about a splinter?
Well, it hurts.
It's gonna get infected.
And it's not gonna get, it's just like, it's one thing to get whacked over the head by a centaur, but like this is just like in there. Zan pulls a safety pin out of her purse and starts trying to get it out.
The dragon wriggles back down off of Max's shoulder and like glides down to the ground, but stumbles a bit and has to like right itself before turning back into a human. And she like points at the bag that Jasmine has with the geode in it, and she says, "Bring to my family, please."
Where's your family?
Her like eyebrows knit together and she's like thinking, and then she extends a hand towards you, palm up.
I guess I take my bag off and just kind of like in confusion walk closer and hold it out like, do you want me to give it to you?
She shakes her head and like kind of like pulls her hand back.
I don't understand.
She like slowly extends her hand towards you again and says, "Touch."
I'll put my hand on hers.
As soon as your palm touches hers, you are no longer out in the growth. You are standing in an open field at night. Above you, the purple-streaked sky is alight with 1,000,000 stars. There's no clouds. The air is soft and cool. The field is lit by the bright light of twin full moons. Ahead of you, in the distance, you see a grove of large trees dotted with little twinkling lights. You can hear the sounds of singing and laughter coming from the small village nestled in the grove. You shiver as a cool breeze passes over you and look around, your long curly hair swinging around you as you do. You realize as you look around that you're not alone. Roaming in the open grassland are gigantic furred creatures, at least 30 feet tall and twice as long. They have 6 legs, 2 long furred tails that swish behind them through the grass, and their fur ripples with dozens of colors, changing constantly. One of them is next to you, and it leans down its massive head, pressing its soft, furred face against your side. You feel safe.
You can find us on Twitter at Dice Disasters, and we have more information about the show and the cast at dicedisasters.com.
Our beautiful website was made by Allison Otting, who plays Erica.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter at People Need Goals. Their music is incredible, and we are so thankful that they made this song.
For a little while, Dice Disasters is a weekly podcast. If you're enjoying the show, it would be incredible if you subscribed and left a review. Thank you so much.
Sort my sheet in order of initiative.
Sort sheeted.
I sort sheeted with the Woodward.
How much wood would a wood if a wood?
There's an episode title.
It is.